Sometimes you can use other types of equations and solve them by using substitution to factor. Here's how it will work. We will solve the equation by making an appropriate substitution. At first glance, it doesn't look like this is a quadratic equation or any equation that is factorable. But notice the middle term of square root x. Let's go ahead and make a substitution here. Let's let the square root of x be represented by some different letter. Let's use the letter t. So I'm going to now rewrite this equation as t squared minus 12t plus 20 equals 0. Now you may wonder why I did that, because the square root of x is t. How did the x become t squared? If you think about it, the square root of x squared is x. So if I took t squared, that would be the same as our x. Now it does look like a quadratic equation, a type 1 trinomial that is factorable. I can have t times t, and if I look at the 20, the factors of 20 that add to be 12 would be 10 and 2. I would have to have negative, negative. Then according to the factor method, I take each factor and set it equal to 0. And then I will go back and solve for the t. Well, if I set the first one equal to 0 and I simply add 10, you see that t equals positive 10. On this second factor, if I add the 2, t would equal to positive 2. Now the only dilemma is the original problem did not have t inside of it. So what I will do is now take these t's and go back and put the real variable in. So I have square root x equals 2 and square root x equals 10. When I solve that, take the square root of x equals 10, I just raise both sides to the power of 2. That is x equals 100. Then I will also solve square root x equals 2, raise that to the second power, x equals 4. Now the only thing when you're doing this, sometimes you may not get the correct solution, so let's check this. Let's make sure we have the correct answer. If I take the 100 and substitute in, I get 100 minus 12 square root 100 plus 20. And remember, that should be 0. Well, this is 100 minus 12. Square root of 100 is 10. And this would be 100 minus 120 plus 20 equals 0. And that's true if you go ahead and do that addition and subtraction. Now if I check that 4, just to make sure I have the right answer, I have 4 minus 12 times square root of 4 plus 20. Just check it out. 4 minus 12 times 2, square root of 4 is 2. And this would give me 4 minus 24 plus 20. And if I do that addition and subtraction, it is 0. So the true answers then would be x equals 100 and a 4. Final answer.